masterstroke that the Americans and the Israelis did was to unalive the supreme leader of Iran, the immediate past supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. But there was a tweet among the many tweets that the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei did before he died, before he was unalived, that he addressed to President Trump, and President Trump found a way to miss. In fact, a lot of us actually found a way to not look in the direction of that tweet. And that tweet is making all the difference today. What is that tweet? In that tweet, former Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei was addressing President Trump, and he was telling him that, you see, if you look at the history of the past leaders in the world whose leaderships, whose rule fell, that a lot of times the rules did not fall when they were at the trough, when they were at the bottom of their power, but the rule actually fell when they were at the peak, at the zenith, at the very top, at the very apogee of their power. And he gave two particular historical examples. That is the former supreme leader. He gave the example of Nebuchadnezzar, who is largely a biblical example, so it may be a bit far from us. But he also gave the example of Napoleon Bonaparte, who is a much more recent, a much more closer example. But you see, I will not blame President Trump. I would not even blame Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel, who jointly came together, to do the attack, to start this war, to trigger this war against them, against Iran. Why? I will blame two things. One, I will blame historical precedent, exactly immediately recent historical precedent. And I will also blame, and not even blame, the intelligence agencies of the US and Israel. I will not blame them. I will blame what I will call a misjudgment of the fig leaves they were reading. Let me dig deep into what I mean by both. You see, by historical precedent, I refer to Venezuela. Very fast attack. Just 2 hours. Look at Iran. We are now in the 5th week of Iran, but Venezuela took just 2 hours. Everywhere decapitated, everywhere decapitated, everywhere discombobulated, everybody necessary arrested, picked up, taken to the US, put in jail, and charged, to federal court, and all the leaders that were left, all that was necessary was to serve them a basic threat, and everybody conformed, everybody complied, and ever since then, Venezuela essentially became a vassal of the United States of America. You see, if you are coming from such an experience, it is absolutely normal. It is absolutely natural to assume that Iran would be like Venezuela. In fact, if Iran would not be like Venezuela, at least Iran would be much closer to Venezuela than it will be farther from it. From the angle of the intelligence agency,